Okay, so do you think music should be free?
I don't think it should be free actually, but I think if the music industry could count on donations, maybe then that could work for free music. But it's the sort of thing where it's like it's a really big industry, and could you really count on just people donating to let it run? So I think free music might be a bad idea.
So have you ever downloaded illegally?
In the past, I have to say I have, mainly because I can, and obviously when I was about 12 or 13 I didn't have access to something like a debit card, and speaking to your mum like with a credit card was a bit of a chore, and if it was just there waving at you a little link saying download me for free, you're not going to say no.
Okay, well, do you feel responsible, like, for your actions?
No, not really. I consider myself a bit of a rebel.
Okay.
It kind of gets to the point where you just do it quite often, so just like, yeah. And I think the like people like BBC are already having so much problems with like GRM, like, you know, stopping people downloading stuff illegally. They can't, there's just too many geeky people out there who can just worm past it for it to be a problem for someone like me.
So who do you think should get money from CD sales? Do you think artists should get it, or do you think like record labels should get a big share of it?
I think it's a combination. I think you can't really kind of isolate one part, because you've got people like the songwriters, the producers, the artists, because effectively this is their job, which I guess in a sense you could feel responsible for downloading their stuff for free because they actually have to work for it, but at the same time they still, from whatever sales they do make, for people who actually buy things legitimately, they actually do make a lot of money. And it's a bit like I say, I think like footballers get a lot of money for just kicking around a ball. Same with singers, they have a bit of a sing around, dance on stage and barely nothing, and they get loads of money anyway.
Okay, so I'm just going to tell you some statistics about illegal downloading. Okay. In 2008, 95% of digital downloads were illegal, which would have costed $48 billion to the music industry.
Would have, or did?
Like, well, if they'd actually got those 90%, 95%,
that's hilarious. Oh my god,
that's quite a lot. Yeah, it equates to $48 billion. And in the US, because of illegal downloading, 71,000 jobs were lost.
That's quite a lot.
It is quite a lot. Yeah. What do you think about that?
That's quite shocking actually, 95% of downloads are illegal. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Yeah, in 2008.
I didn't realise it was so bad.
I know.
But to be honest, I'd quite like, along with these stats, to know what actual hard copies of CD sales are, because obviously that's kind of like half a picture if you just have that.
In 2001 there were 883 million CDs sold. Yeah. But in 2002 that shrunk by 80 million just because of like illegal downloading. So quite a lot is
people are just too smart for their own good, you know?
Yeah. What do you think the music industry should do about stopping illegal downloading?
Well, like I said earlier, like things like there are certain companies on the internet that they offer free services, but they rely on donations, and I don't know how kind of profitable this is. But maybe that's something that the music industry needs to start thinking about, because it's getting to a point where, as you said, like 95% of people downloading are illegal. They need to think of another way of maybe encouraging revenue, maybe like have more like music charities. I really don't have a clue what I'm talking about here, but
okay.